Here we are on the Roebling Rock-Lumberville Bridge, or Lumberville-Raven Rock Bridge. They usually use the name from Pennsylvania, New Jersey. So, over the Delaware River. There's only two prominent footbridges over the entire Delaware River. That's Portland, Columbia, and this one here, built by the Roebling Company. What year was this built again, Shane? 1947. So, like most of these places, it was originally a covered bridge in the 1800s, and that met the same fate to some degree as many of the other covered bridges, and that is that it washed out, but only partially, in the pumpkin flood of 1903. There's only a piece of it that came out. So they replaced the missing section with a Pratt through truss bridge section, and this one wasn't taken out in a flood. Not in 1903, not in 1955. This one was actually dismantled because it was found to be structurally inefficient, and then replaced with the footbridge because there were already other bridges at the time. Just upstream from here, the Byron Point Pleasant Bridge was still standing until the flood of 55 washed it out. Downstream this way, Center Bridge is still there, between Stockton and Center Bridge. So it was deemed unnecessary for vehicular traffic, but they turned it into a pedestrian crossing. Still have the Lumberville Inn over here is serving patrons. George Washington did not sleep here, but he tried to. They were loyalists and they turned him away. Said, screw you, Washington. So, and over here on your left, this is the old toll house associated with the original covered bridge, still standing just here to the left of the mouth. And then down here below us, sadly no longer full of water, although it still was until very recent years, Delaware Canal, built in 1832 as the Pennsylvania Canal Delaware Division. The lock right over there. There was a lock house on the inland side of that no longer exists. What happened with this was in early 2004, they completed a project to regrade the towpath. I had visited at the time a park office up by the Giving Pond, and a lady in there told me that the cyclists had been complaining that it was too bumpy with the tree roots, so they ground down the towpath and then replaced it with a crushed stone aggregate to make it smoother. In September of that year, it washed all out, and we haven't seen the nearly 60-mile long stretch of the historic canal filled with water ever since. It's my opinion that they really ruined it because they were listening to complainers, and that was what I got. I have journal entries written from before that time. I've heard claims to the contrary now. I don't believe it though, because it was full of tree roots, but it was the tree roots really that were holding it together. So that's some history here in Lumberville. You okay, Ev? You okay? And Bulls Island over on this side, which is Raven Rock, New Jersey. Thanks for watching.